Hello, and welcome to the Endless Tour. I am Manos, your narrator and your host from the beautiful city of Athens. The episodes of the Endless Tour are giving me the chance to share my travel experiences with you. Every place has a story to tell, a way to convey beauty and create endless emotions. Are you ready to step into my world? Hop on the Endless Tour. The last episode of the Endless Tour left us on the shores of Africa and the pyramids of Egypt, one of the wonders of the ancient world. This season starts on the shores of Eurasia in Turkey, at the magnificent museum of HAGIA SOPHIA in Istanbul, an engineering marvel of its time. The HAGIA SOPHIA Museum is located on the HAGIA SOPHIA Square at the European part of Istanbul in Fatih, near Topkapi Palace and the Blue Mosque. HAGIA SOPHIA started its journey in time as a Greek Orthodox cathedral, later as an Ottoman imperial mosque, and since 1935 serves as a museum and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. HAGIA SOPHIA's history begins almost 1700 years ago, in 360 CE, with the construction of the first church of Constantius II, which was largely burned down. A second church on the site was ordered by Theodosius II, who inaugurated it in 415. A fire that started during the Nika Revolt burned the second HAGIA SOPHIA to the ground in 532. The current structure we can all admire today was designed by two architects, Isidore of Miletus and Anthemius of Tralles. They started construction 3 weeks after the destruction of the second church, following the orders of Emperor Justinian I, who wanted to build a third and entirely different basilica, larger and more majestic than its predecessors. When we look up to the dome, decorated with Islamic scripture from the 35th verse of light of the Quran, we see why the HAGIA SOPHIA was unmatched in innovation and grandeur in the centuries that followed its construction. The only way to truly understand the HAGIA SOPHIA is through the stories the building has to tell us, by lending our ears to the ghosts of history. There are 107 columns in total, and the majority are dotted around the lower level. Materials from all over the Byzantine world were used in construction. Hellenistic columns from the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, large stones from Egypt, green marble from Thessaly, black stone from the Bosporus, and yellow stone from Syria. The building was a manifestation of the might and span of the Byzantine Empire. As you already know, I am Greek, and there is a common misperception between us Greeks and others. HAGIA SOPHIA has often been mistranslated as Saint Sophia. However, the building is not and has never been dedicated to a Christian saint. Instead, the temple's name is a nod to the holy wisdom of God and a monument to peace, light, beauty, and the cultural diversity among us humans. It was, always had been, and I hope it always stays this way. Before you leave the museum, make sure to visit the column with the hole in the northern side aisle of the imperial door. It is thought to cure sickness and give good luck to the ones capable of turning their hand around, while the thumb stays attached to the hole. This was the wonder of the HAGIA SOPHIA that reminds us about what makes us happy, leaves us in awe, and most importantly, makes us all human. General admission to the Museum of HAGIA SOPHIA costs €12, and the average cost of visiting Istanbul is €40 per day, making it the ideal place for budget travelers. Continue traveling with me and the Endless Tour, with your like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.